You know what? I already recorded this video, but I missed something very significant, so I'm going to do the whole damn thing over again. The Bull Buchanan Worst Move of the Year award goes to Domestic Disturbance by Heath Slater, and this opens up my award show. This is kind of a bonus. I just wanted to rub it in that Heath Slater is a piece of shit. And a shitty, not a good wrestler. What a maneuver! Suzuki Minoru, Gotch style pile driver, and Mark Henry's World's Strongest Slam. They're just both badass. I mean, no one gets up from those moves, except for maybe Big Show, and then, yeah, whatever. Mark Henry whooped his ass. Victory Road, Worst Show of the Year goes to TNA, everything but Destination X, and even that, the booking was just atrocious. The Spot Fest was fucking stupid and whatever. Okay, my MMA Fighter of the Year is Nick Diaz. Runners-up include John Jones, Ronda Rousey, Anderson Silva, Chael Sonnen, Dominic Cruz, Jose Aldo Jr., and yeah, it's a lot of guys anyway. And one woman. Ronda Rousey, though, she was close. My MMA Fight of the Year goes to Dan Henderson versus Mauricio, who, this fight had everything. It was a classic. It was two guys that everyone said, oh, they're past their prime. And they put on a show that none of the young guys could do, and even Edgar versus Maynard couldn't top. Our runners-up, Eddie Alvarez versus Michael Chandler from Bellator 58. I mean, if you didn't know who Michael Chandler was before, if you saw this fight, you're a damn fan now. I mean, Alvarez and Chandler gave everything they had, and it was a great, great fight. Just wow. Wow. Frank Edgar, Gray Maynard, UFC 125. That was their second fight. Classic. The draw, as it's known. Okay, Dominic Cruz versus Uriah Faber 2. Just a great fight. 5 rounds, full war. Jose Aldo Jr. versus Mark Hominick. Jesus Christ, that hematoma on Mark Hominick. It looked like he had another head grown out. It was pretty bad. And Tony Ferguson versus Yves Edwards, and that was from the Tough finale, and that was just a holy shit, like, I'm going to kick your ass. And then, oh yeah, well, I'm going to kick your ass back twice as hard. And it's just one-upsmanship, not all that great shit. It's balls to the wall. Alright. Our Road Warriors Tag Team of the Year, or mine, the award for Tag Team of the Year goes to Sekimoto and Okabayashi. Strong BJ, as some of us call them. That's not their official name. It's Nihon something. But yeah, Strong BJ, because it's the style. Runners-up include Giant Bernard and Carl Anderson, Bad Intentions, Soya Manabu and Sanada Saya, ES, Chris Hero and Claudio Castagnoli, Kings of Wrestling, Future Shock, Young Bucks, and All Night Express. There's just Sekimoto and Okabayashi, to me, though, they're just ahead of the pack. Now, Bad Intentions was my favorite team going in. I mean, they still are kind of my favorite team, but you got to think of volume of defenses and great matches. It's not that Bad Intentions couldn't have topped this. They just didn't have the opponents to face. They didn't have the opposition that Sekimoto and Okabayashi had. There's no way they could get this award because, I mean, just like I said, volume of great matches, like 4.5-star matches, like 5-star match almost, that kind of stuff. Okay, my Lifetime Achievement Hall of Fame inductions. Of course, it's, not a real Hall of Fame induction, but Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Ric Flair, Misawa Mitsuharu, Taue Akira, and Jumbo Tsuruta, maybe Kobashi Kenta. Just, yeah, some of my greatest wrestlers, and they deserve some kind of recognition, other than WWE Hall of Fame. My Owen Hart Cup goes to, this is most deserving of a championship, but, hasn't had a championship, Morishima Takeshi, all the way. If Morishima doesn't beat Shiozaki at the next major Noah show, Noah's fucking stupid. Because Morishima's over Shiozaki's not. When he goes for the moonsault and yells out, it's not like Kobashi where they chant with him, or Kojima, or anyone, really. It's more like crickets. I like Shiozaki. I thought he was like the best wrestler in Noah. But the crowd, yeah, you usually go with them. Unless you're TNA. Then you go against them. Hase Hiroshi, Breakout Star of the Year, Dolph Ziggler, hands down. Other nominees include Soya Manabu, Cody Rhodes, Zack Ryder, Carl Anderson, Okabayashi Yuji, Soya Takumi, Sanada Saya, Naito Tetsuya, Sami Callihan, and Michael Elgin. Taue Akira, Young Boy of the Year, goes to Soya Takumi. Jesus Christ, what are they feeding this kid? Both Soyas. The Soya brothers are just... Jesus Christ, these guys might be at the future of Japan. Soya, basically, if you don't know what he looks like Taue Akira on fucking whatever the Incredible Hulk was injected with in gamma rays. I mean, yeah. Cactus Jack, Promo Man of the Year, CM Punk, hands down, Kevin Steen, Jay Briscoe, Chael Sonnen, Eddie Kingston, and Josh Barnett all follow in. You know, there's a couple of other people I'm probably messing with. CM Punk, come on. My Austin 316 Moment of the Year goes to Home Sweet Home. CM Punk winning the WWE Championship in his hometown of Chicago and walking out champion out of the company. It was pretty surreal shit. No one thought he was going to win that. Runner-up, Punk goes shooting. Obviously, the infamous work shoot on Raw. Yeah, that's a runner-up. Punk winning the title is just too good not to put number one. Day One by Jay Briscoe featuring Crazy Mark Briscoe. That promo was amazing. Kevin Steen showing up at Final Battle and shocking the world again makes the list. And Eddie Kingston winning the big one. And the emotional post-match stuff, the pre-match stuff. I mean, yeah, pretty... Eddie Kingston winning the Chikara Grand Championship is a pretty big deal. Especially if you know about the Larry Sweeney stuff, how his careers went, whatever. The Judo Gene Lebell Submission Artist of the Year / Submission of the Year goes to Rowdy Ronda Rousey for her armbar, which she's finished off every opponent with now, I think. And she does it in like no time, and then she's got like the prettiest smile you've ever seen right after she breaks someone's arm. And it's adorable and amazing at the same time. And before you think, why'd you give a chick this award, not a wrestler, whatever. She's a judo bronze medalist, and she trains under Judo Gene Lebell, so keep your mouth shut, she'd break your arm. Probably both of them. Runners-up, Daniel Bryan, Suzuki Minoru, CM Punk, Alberto Del Rio, and Dolph Ziggler. Oh, and, you know, Frank Mir. Ouch. No More Mr. Nice Guy, Bad Motherfucker Cup, the Baz Rutten Award, I guess you could call it. Suzuki Minoru, Fit Finlay, because they will kick your ass, and if you dispute this, fine. If you dispute it in front of their faces, you'll find out why they won. Runners-up, Nakamura, Mark Henry, Sekimoto Daisuke, Soya Manabu, and Michael Elgin, who's like the only tough guy in ROH now. Sorry, pretty much is. Jushin Thunder Liger, Junior Heavyweight of the Year, El Generico, runners-up Nakajima, Kenny Omega, Kai, Kushida, Davey Richards, Prince Devitt, you know. And yeah, Davey Richards might surprise you. And yeah, he's in Japan. He's not bad. It's in ROH where he throws out the freaking Wrestling 101 rulebook or whatever. And I forgot Rocky Romero. Rocky Romero, I'm adding him to my list now. Rocky Romero is my official runner-up because Rocky Romero's performance against Prince Devitt was the best Prince Devitt match in. It was the best junior heavyweight match in 2011, hands down. You might not agree, but you probably haven't seen it if you don't. The Backlund Cup for Technical Wrestler of the Year goes to Dolph Ziggler, and yeah, it's not Daniel Bryan. I love Daniel Bryan, but in order to get this award, you kind of have to be booked in matches. WWE's fault, not his. The Regal Prize for Outstanding International Wrestler goes to Sekimoto Daisuke, and the runners-up are Suzuki Minoru, Nakamura Shinsuke, Akiyama Jun, Fit Finley, Tanahashi Hiroshi, and Kudo. Okay, and now we have a quite big award. It's Starrcade Show of the Year. It's a tie. It's Money in the Bank from WWE. Obviously, no brainer. Anyone who didn't pick this as a Show of the Year is fucking delusional. And the tie goes to New Year's Eve Toshikashi Pro Wrestling 2010 Countdown Special, which was like every indie in Japan. Yeah, it was the most fun show I've ever seen in wrestling, like an 11 out of 10. You know, wrestling-wise, it wasn't Money in the Bank, but still, they had a couple of 4-star matches, so, and like a 5-star comedy match. Yeah, what am I going to say? This show happened in 2010, but it was the last day of the year. The video didn't come out till like April or something, and easy nomination, easy win. Money in the Bank and New Year's Eve, Toshikashi Pro Wrestling. Runners-up include Altogether, Shogun Henderson, High Noon from Chikara, you know, First Navigation in Osaka, both Noah Osaka shows, like major Osaka shows, because that's where Noah brings their game, and Kurikan. Everywhere else they phone it in. And SummerSlam. Okay, my Wrestler of the Year, Fighting Spirit, Pound for Pound Wrestler of the Year, goes to CM Punk and Mark Henry. Mark Henry, Big Show kind of dragged him down in the last 2 matches they had, but Mark Henry, I mean, my God, was he just amazing. He got Daniel Bryan the best reaction in his career. He's Mark Henry. Mark fucking Henry, man. And the Flair-Steamboat Prize for Match of the Year goes to John Cena versus CM Punk, 89%, 5 stars. Deal with it. It was great, and I think everyone nominated as their Match of the Year. At least 80% of people. Sekimoto and Okabayashi versus Suwama and Soya Takumi is my runner-up, 88%. Ishikawa Shuji versus Kudo, also 88%. Akiyama Jun versus Suwama, 87%. Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose, 87%. Sanada and Soya versus Sekimoto and Okabayashi, 86%. And we'll round this out with Suzuki Minoru versus Nagata Yuji from Wrestle Kingdom, 85%. There you go. That's yeah. That's my that's been my 2011 awards, and I'll put probably at least 20 matches in the description box, so you kind of get a best stuff from me. All right, guys, this has been my video, and yeah, I think I did in pretty good time considering there's like 700 awards. All right, bye.